Welcome to Reality Hour. I am Adam Samuel. Today, we are not covering an episode of American Idol. Today is a special episode because we are doing a draft of the remaining top 21 contestants on American Idol. This past week was also Passover and Easter, so if you celebrated either of those, hope you enjoyed. But joining me for this podcast is my co-host, Eric. How you doing today, Eric?
Hanging in there, same as always. But yeah, less excited about this show now than I was 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, because now we know the new format, and we have a couple headlines to talk about. Basically, Idol is going to be going, we have one more week of the clip show, which actually, I'll talk about it later. I was a little grateful for the clip show, because thanks to it, I was able to edit together Lauren's full performance without any judges talking over it, or her talking over it. So I got a good audio recording of it from a clip show, which I'm happy with. But other than that, so we have one more week of the clip show this week on Sunday, and then we have 4 live shows. Top 20, presumably top 10, my guess would be top 6 or top 5, I haven't said, and then the finale of the top 3.
This is a shitty situation all around. But I see both sides of it. Like we talked about before, you can't push the show off indefinitely because Katy Perry and all that stuff.
And at this point, I'm over not pushing it off indefinitely, but at least give us 5 weeks, not just 4. Because that's really rushing it.
How many was it originally? How many weeks were we supposed to do?
It was going to be 7 weeks of live shows.
7 weeks of live shows. Did that number get cut down because we had 2 clip show episodes? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, that's like double. It's like a double jab in the face. Nothing against the show. I mean, it's a crappy situation. There is no easy answer here, but it's just going to be this season, in my mind, will always have an asterisk beside it for this kind of, the shows are going to be filming from the contestants' home, and yet, first of all, are they pre-taping the performances? Is it going to be what?
They better pre-tape them because they can't afford to take the risk of doing it live.
Yeah, if it's live, what if you have like one of those situations with the news guy with like his kids just start like wandering in?
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about like connectivity and audio quality and video quality issues. You have to pre-tape it.
But I don't think it's fair to pre-tape because then there could be shenanigans, if you know what I mean.
Never.
Right?
Yes, but who cares at this point?
Anyway, I'm sure this will be a discussion that will be beat to death in the coming weeks as the show actually happens. I am kind of, if nothing else, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. But like, it's kind of that, it's not the curiosity of like, I'm excited for the show. It's more of the morbid curiosity. Like, how bad is this going to get?
How bad of a car crash is this going to be? Yeah.
Anyway, so what we are doing today is our draft. So there are 21 contestants remaining. So we are going to put together our team of 2 10s, and I guess we'll leave the 1 just as like a no man's land where if that contestant wins, it's we both lose.
I'm going to propose something even more extreme. I'm going to propose we only pick 7 contestants each.
7 contestants each. Wow, that would be all right. I could dig it. That's fun. So we will leave 7 off the table. All right.
And we'll talk about them at the end, why we left them off. But I'm going to say 7 each.
7 each. I'm looking at the list. What do we have all right. 7 each. Deal. And
Great.
The rules of the draft is this is not a point system. It is strictly winner take all, right? Takes all, right?
Yep.
All right. So I have won the past 2 American Idol drafts. So, yeah, I won with Maddie. I won with Lane, who I think were both my first picks. No, I picked Ashley Hess. Did I? Yeah, I picked Ashley Hess. No, my bad. But I won with Lane and Maddie. So this is I'm going for 3 in a row here. I'm the Blake Shelton of Reality Hour drafts.
So we're going to do the coin flip?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So who's who?
I'm tails.
All right, I will be heads. Go for it.
Hey Siri, flip a coin. It said heads. Damn it.
So my first pick. Yeah, this is pretty easy. I'm gonna go for who I think has the best chance of winning. He is a he, obviously, and I'm gonna take Arthur Gunn. What?
I just lost 3 years in a row. God damn it.
I'm gonna take Arthur Gunn onto my team. This dude he's Philip Phillips 2.0. I think he is a pretty big favorite kind of going into the next round. I think he has a good chance. I think he's a versatile artist.
I don't think he's versatile, but I think it doesn't matter because the season's so rushed and there's no time for a growth arc. So I think the person that people are most hyped about now is the clear frontrunner, and Arthur is that person. And I think you're right. He's our winner. So congratulations, Adam.
I think it's also the fact is also that it's because it's a shorter season. I think it's going to do him better, honestly, because if you have like a Pia Toscano who's going to just keep doing the songs over and over, with the shorter season, it's less time for people to get bored of it.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
So I think this is a season where contestants are not going to be able to have growth arcs. They are just going to be sticking, because in a season like this, with the format that we're thinking is going to happen, where it goes these massive cuts, they're not playing to show off growth. They're playing to survive. And I think that is a different strategy going into the show. And Arthur, I think, he's going to ride that wave. I think he's going to be there all the way till the end.
Okay.
All right. So Eric's up next. I have my eye on someone in particular. I hope Eric doesn't pick that person. Go ahead.
I am picking Just Sam.
That was not who I was going to pick. Tell me why.
I think if the producers get what they want, and there's, again, if we discussed in the headlines, room for manipulation with this format, Arthur and Just Sam are the top two. And I think the producers, based on what we've seen so far, want Just Sam to win. Am I sure America will get behind her? No, I would have picked Arthur first. But I think she's better than him, and I think that she might be our winner, if assuming Arthur doesn't win, which he's going to win.
I have the list of contestants pulled up on MJ's poll from
I was looking at that too.
So she's actually number one with 15% of the vote. I disagree. I don't think she's going to make it that far. I think the contestants that get pushed so far forward don't usually make it. I would honestly think that if we were following a traditional format, I would see her getting through only on a wild card. I don't know if people are really going to get behind her, because this is just my perspective. As I've said,
I have a feeling you're right, but go ahead.
It's just too much. Like, there's just so much. Like, it's the whole. It's like a drama queen a little bit. I don't want to say that too harshly, but there's just always something going on. It's too much. There's the tier. I feel like people are just gonna go a step back a little bit. You know, it's a little bit too much going on here.
Okay, who's your next pick?
So,
is it Julia?
It is 100% Julia. Julia is the one piano girl left that I can really kind of get behind. It would have been Sophia, but I mean, some of her performances are kind of hit or miss. I think Julia is consistently solid. Can she win, though? That is the question. I don't really know. I don't think she can win. I think she's... If this was a regular season, I could see her having like Lacey trajectory. I could see her ending up top 5. I don't know if she can get that extra push. I mean, Maddie was a piano girl also. But it's interesting. I could see Julia kind of having a growth arc. The problem is she is one of those contestants that I think is going to be on her heels, because she's playing to survive rather than to grow, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, between Arthur and Julia, I think one of them is going to win. Maybe.
We'll see. Okay. So My next pick, I'm gonna do what you just did and pick your favorite. I'm gonna pick my favorite. I'm gonna pick Lauren Spencer Smith.
Yes,
And
Lauren Spencer Smith.
going into this week's clip show, before the clip show aired this week, I wouldn't have picked her honestly because they haven't really shown her that much. In the clip show, they made up for that big time. They showed like 2 full performances of her in the clip show.
Yeah, because she was so hidden.
Yeah, but you know what? Whenever we got to see her, we could see that she nailed both those performances. And if I get what I want, she's our winner. I think she's the best contestant left with an outstanding voice and a clear ability to connect with what she's singing. She's everything great about Madison last year without any of the things that brought Madison down.
That's. I feel like that you're jumping the gun.
Hopefully she does jump the gun and win.
No, what I was saying is
I know what you mean.
Madison started.
I know.
I was making a pun there, but what I was saying is that with
jumping over or forgotten, getting first place.
This girl really reminds me of Madison, and I know you say she has all the upside of Madison with none of the downside. I think that's too early to say because Madison was like a solid figure in the competition. She only started going downhill once the live show started. I'm thinking like top 13 week on was when it kind of started to fall off the rails for me.
I also think Lauren's a better singer than Madison too. So
really, and you were pretty high on Madison all season last year. You think she's
Lauren's
better?
Lauren's better.
Wow.
100%.
I don't know. I don't think she can win personally. I think she's looking at top 5
because the past 2 years have disappointed me. Why is this year going to be any different? But I want her on my team just so I can say I had her on my team.
All right. I see her as potential. She's someone who needs like the big songs. She reminds me. She's someone who needs like a Mama Knows Best by Jessie J, like one of those wailing like powerhouse songs. I think she can.
She just needs some damage. She needs something where she'll steal the show and then she can go far.
Well, I think it's a fair. What?
And she's capable of it.
We'll see. The thing is, she's also young. I don't know how marketable she would be, like as a winner.
I think more marketable than lots of them.
I mean, take a look at the previous 2 winners of the season, Maddie and Lane. Can Lauren be that? I don't. She doesn't seem like that name that could be that third. If that makes any sense.
Okay. I disagree, but whatever.
All right. So I've got Arthur. I've got Julia. Now that you said Johnny, I think you're going to pick him.
Maybe.
I have to pick Johnny now. I was going to pick someone else, but now that you said that, now I have to pick Johnny. Johnny was actually 4th on my list.
I was flip-flopping, so.
No, I'm going to take Johnny.
Okay.
Johnny, so I will have Arthur, Julia, and Johnny. Johnny is Colton Dixon light, if that makes sense. Like, Colton Dixon was he had a little bit more metal to him, if that makes sense. And Johnny's kind of more safe, like a little bit. Does that make any sense a little bit?
Not really, but
whatever. All right. How would I put this?
People love Johnny. I'm just not one of those people. I also don't think it matters because I think he's going pretty far.
Yeah, he on MJ's poll, he came in I think 12th, which I think is
surprising to me.
I think that's very wrong. I think he's gonna go far here. I think he is someone who has a lot of upside. He is a versatile artist. I think it's all gonna come down to song choice with him. Like you will know, there are some contestants this season that you will know if they are being bussed. Like, if we see Johnny doing, like, an up-tempo, like, 80s uncomfortable song, like, and he's just, like, walking around on stage like he has no idea what he's doing, that's like a bussing. You can know what's going to happen here. I don't see that happening with Johnny. I think he's going to be in here for the long run.
We'll see.
I see him top 5.
I do, too, unfortunately.
I, well, I enjoy him. So I have Arthur, Julia, and Johnny. Who are you going with, Eric?
Um, Looking at my list, I'm ready for you to laugh at me. I'm going with Michaela. Um, Again, I'm just picking the people that I like because that worked for you the first season. So,
All right, talk me through Michaela, Eric.
purely based on vocals, she's the strongest singer in the competition, and she's gotten a decent amount of screen time lately. Maybe not the most, but enough. And she had fans from her time on ATT. Not many, but some. Um, Add it all up, and I think she could be a sleeper. She could sneak into the top 5 at best.
I just don't get Michaela. She's more Mara than like a winner contestant. Like
I'm not saying she's gonna win. At this point, none of them are gonna win. We've picked our winner.
even the winner is not going to win.
That's our episode title, by the way. Even the winner.
Even the winner doesn't win. Yeah, Michaela, she's just too robotic. I don't see any kind of. It just doesn't come across as genuine. It comes across as rehearsed. I don't feel anything from her. I feel very. There's no uniqueness to her. It's kind of playing it safe, doing kind of what works, and I don't see her kind of having much growth. I think she's just gonna kind of stay there. I think people are gonna be more invested in people like Grace, like Julia, like even Lauren if she makes it. I think those people, she is all voice. It's like there's a spectrum. She's all voice and no like vote what's the word? Like votability, if that makes sense. Right? Like some contestants have all votability and not so much voice. Michaela has all the voice and no, I don't see her getting the votes is what I'm saying.
I'm voting for her, but anyway, let's move on.
All right, so looking at the board, I have Arthur, Julia, and Johnny. I'm going to take a risk here.
Go ahead.
This could pay off. This is either going to pay off or really fall flat on its face, but I'm going to go with Grace. Yes, I am going to take one of the 2 contestants at the vote. I think if Grace makes it through, I think she's a top 5 contender. I think she is going to dominate country as her kind of category on the board, and I think she has a face that people will vote for her. She's a competent enough singer. Is she anything really that special? The most invested I've been in a female country singer was Janelle Arthur, like where there was some wandering outside the bracket, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't think Grace is that. I think Grace is more strictly going to be in the country lane. But people vote for that. I mean, we got Danielle Bradbury on The Voice. Like there've been names like her. I think she'll be here for a while, Eric.
And I'm gonna tell you, you're not that crazy because she would have been, if not next, right after next on my list.
She was who I was picking after. Like I meant I was gonna pick her instead of Johnny, and then you said Johnny. I was like, I gotta go with
Really?
Grace.
You had her that high? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she was. What do you think about Grace, though?
Okay. Anyway, interesting.
What do you think about Grace?
I mean, she's not my thing. Country music fans vote. I think she could. She'll definitely make the top 20. I think she might make. I think
she already made the top. Oh.
10. What? I think she'll.
No, I got confused.
Okay. Should I go next?
It's all you.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with my pattern and just pick all my favorites. I'm gonna pick Jovan Webb next.
He was who I was going for next. That was my contestant. Tell me about Jovan, Eric.
I think, for me, he's the best male singer in the competition by a mile. I'm afraid he'll be out way too early, by which I mean week 3 instead of week 4, given this new fucking season. I hate this season already. But yeah, I love his voice. Love that he's gotten quite a bit of screen time as well, which helps. Yeah, I think he could sneak into the top 10, top 5 pop. At best, top 5, but
I think he's like a sleeper contestant. I could see him breaking out and kind of
I hope
having
so.
a big moment in the light. But the problem is he is one of those contestants that I think is going to get a disservice from the new Idol format. I think he is someone who would play better with the crowd. I think
Yes.
when it's just him like in a room, like imagine if they have a stage set up and it's just him walking around a stage. Like there's no feeling. This is kind of the bigger problem that I'm just even starting to realize now. It's this format is going to favor quieter performances, right? There's no big band, there's no stage, there's no playing to the audience. It's going to be really awkward if people do up tempos.
And that's why I'm actually feeling a little bit better about Lauren's chances now, because her big moment so far was a viral video, which is her singing in a car. No audience.
I'm telling you, we're going to get one of those moments on this season, though. There's going to be like, we're going to have, I don't know, one of these contestants is going to be like, I really like the acoustics in my car, so I'm going to be singing for America from my car. And that's going to be a viral moment.
Who cares?
Um,
Ready to pick next?
I'm upset about that I didn't get Joven. I kind of wanted him. So, to recap, I have Arthur, Julia, Johnny, and Grace. I have 4. I can pick 3 more. All right. Who do we have left? I'm going to go, as Eric is doing the same, I'm just going to go pick contestants that I'm personally rooting for. I'm going to go with Sanaya Elise. On the poll, she's in the bottom 5, which I think she does not belong. I think she is a much better singer. She is a little bit predictable so far. I hope that she'll stay current, kind of going into these live rounds. But I am a little worried that she's going to have trouble getting votes, Eric.
I'm extremely worried about that. She was my 5th contestant that I actually am rooting for in the least bit, so I'm kind of mad you took her, but you prevented me from getting all my favorites on my team, so congratulations, you bastard.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to win. I honestly think she's going to struggle to get into the top 5.
She's not going to win, but
But she's someone I'm rooting for, and I'm hoping for the best for her, and I hope we'll get some interesting stuff from her. But
so too.
Eric, can you just recap who is on your team again, Eric?
Jeff, Sam, Lauren, Spencer, Seth, Michaela, and Joven.
All right, for number 5 for Eric, who are you going for?
You see, part of me wants to do it and just but you see, okay, let's just say the first 4 I picked were people I like. The last 3 I pick are not going to be people I like. Francisco Martin.
Wow. Tell me why.
People liked his Harry Styles performance, and I didn't, but he pulled well on MJ's at this point. That's what I'm
That's the only reason. Let's be honest.
That is.
I'll be honest. I'm personally really surprised that he pulled so well. I didn't think he'd be such a favorite. I will say this.
He got a lot of views on his video, so that's the other reason.
Here's what I will say about Francisco. If Francisco ends up winning this season, it will be the perfect representation of the fucked upness that is this season.
But at least I'll win a draft. I won't be happy about it, but it'll be it'll be the one silver lining of the season is that I didn't get anything I wanted, but at least I won the draft. That's kind of why I picked it. Next.
It's a good pick. So, at this point,
you picked.
At this point, are we up to 5 each? I'm up to 5, right?
You're up to 5.
I've got Arthur, Grace, Julia, Johnny. Yeah, I'm up to 5. I got 2 picks left. One of them I know who I want it to be. I'm looking at two names right now who I think are the last. I think the winner has been picked at this point, honestly. But
Absolutely.
I think there is potential that one of these names that I'm looking at could win. I feel like whichever one I don't pick, Eric is about to pick. So I could pick the more likely chance of winning or the hot mess kind of contestant for the last spot is what I'm saying. But for right now, I think. Look, whoever, if I don't pick him now, Eric is going to pick Dylan. So I know that's going to happen, but
I wasn't actually.
I'm going to go with what?
I wasn't actually, but go.
I'm going to go with Sophia Wackerman. I want her. Although she's no longer Sophia Wackerman now, she is Sophia James, which was a bit of news that kind of came out. It's a minor headline, right, Eric?
The clip show has to create headlines somehow, I guess.
Yes. Can she win? No, but I enjoy her, so I'm going to pick her.
Okay.
That's what I got.
And you were wrong about who I'm gonna pick next. Going off of my people I don't like, but I'm going to pick anyway because the producers like them, and for some reason I think that might matter. Louis Knight's my next pick.
Wow. Not Dylan? Are we going to go through this draft and Dylan is not going to be picked? If he wins, I'm not going to pick him.
Well, he's after Louis Knight on my list, so I'll pick them both.
Wait, I get one more pick and you get another pick, right?
Yeah.
So wait, no, we're doing Louis first. You got Louis, so tell me about Louis.
So you're gonna pick Dylan now?
Maybe.
Change my mind. I'm picking Dylan.
Tell me about Dylan.
He got a cliffhanger performance that got shown twice because it was shown first week and the second week. He's a country-ish singer. Country fans vote.
Yeah, I think of everyone remaining, he is the only one who has a shot in hell of winning. I could see Dylan winning. It would be a dark ending, but I could see it happening.
But go ahead.
It's funny. I actually think he's another contestant who will benefit from this format of the American Idol season.
Now that I think about it, to an extent, yes, you're probably right.
So yeah, I don't know if he'll win. I think he's got some pretty heavy competition with Arthur, Francisco, but there's a chance, and that's why I would have maybe picked him, but I wasn't going to actually, Eric, because at this point, I'm going to do a dumb decision just for fun.
Americo?
I'm going to go with Nick. You know what? It's a strange season. It's going to be weird. I want one weird pick. So that is going to round out my team. I'm going to have Arthur, Grace, Julia, Sophia Wackerman, Johnny West, and Nick Merico. A team of winners. Team of champions.
You know what? Nick was 21st on my list. I put him behind someone who won't even make the next round.
You know what? This is how I watch American Idol. I always have. I'm one of those contestants that I will root for usually two contestants. I'll root for the obvious clear winner, like for example.
And then you'll root for the person who has no chance in hell, but you're
exactly because
inchworm, inchworm again.
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. I like my Jessica Sanchez, and I'll also root for my Holly Kavanaugh, the contestant that's just gonna keep like scraping by every week. I enjoy rooting for those contestants. Nick, I think, is gonna be screwed one of the first weeks, but if he makes it over that hump,
the first weeks, he's screwed week one.
He is very much screwed week one. But at this point, I think I didn't want to pick Dylan, but I knew I didn't want to pick Dylan, but I wanted Dylan to be picked. So I wanted you to pick him because I wanted Nick. I'm just having fun here, Eric.
Okay. Well, my last pick is Louis Knight. What?
Tell me about Louis Knight.
The hype this kid has gotten and continues to get, that's the reason. I mean, I don't think he's any good, but the judges all think he's the second coming, and the producers
second coming of who?
Of Jesus, of course. Who else?
Jeremy Rosado, like some like quick.
He probably will be. He'll probably be the second coming of what's the guy's name? There's so many guys who we think
Johnny. He sang Panic at the Disco. We've talked about him before. Johnny.
I don't know.
Anyway. But yeah, Louis Knight.
I like on my team.
I've actually got all my favorites.
I got all but one of my favorites.
So let's just really quickly go over who didn't get picked. Lauren Machete, who I think is I think she's not going to get the vote. I think Grace is going to enter the top 20. We didn't pick Lauren. We didn't pick Franklin Boone, Kimmy Gabriella, Olivia Jimenez, Dwayne Crocker Jr., Liana Jester, and Faith Becknell. Yeah, I think we did right here.
Whoa, we almost did right. I would have picked Kimmy over Nick, but
Nick's more interesting, is what I'll say. Like
Nick has 0 chance of making it into the top 10. Kimmy has a 0.5 chance of making it into the top 10.
We need to have like a plan, like a deal. Like, what if Nick makes it to top 10? Like every week that Nick makes it through, we have to have like a something that we'll do on Reality Hour.
Yeah, no. I'm not even gonna put the effort into thinking what that thing might be because it's not gonna happen.
All right. So, just to recap for a final time, I have Arthur, Grace, Julia.
Go in order.
Johnny,
your first
Joe.
pick. I can say it.
What?
We'll go first pick, last pick. Your first pick was Arthur. Second was Julia. Third was Johnny. Fourth was Grace. Fifth, Sanaya. Sixth, Sophia. 7.
Nick Marico. They are my team. They are my team.
My picks are Just Sam, Lauren Spencer Smith, Michaela Phillips, Jovan Webb, Francisco Martin, Zilla James, and Louis Knight. And if I was one of those last 3, it is only because America sucks, Idol sucks this season, and I at least will have won something despite being thoroughly disappointed in the season.
My team is Team Underdog.
No, it's not. You are forgotten. Shut up. Your team is Team Underdogs plus winner.
What happens if someone on the bottom 7 that we didn't pick ends up winning?
Then it's a draw.
Then we both lose, and the podcast is done.
The podcast isn't done that we both lose. America loses.
We both lose, and we have to, I don't know, something. But other than that, this is kind of we're in no man's land pretty much. We don't really know what's going to happen. It's interesting. It's weird. Who knows what's going to happen with the show moving forward? All I know is I have a good team. I got all my favorites. I really got all my favorites. Everyone I wanted, I got.
That mattered. So.
I think I did. But if one of those bottom 7,
unfortunately.
If one of those bottom 7 wins, who do you think it would be?
God, I don't know.
I'm going to say Lauren. I think it would have to be a miracle for her to get that vote. And then if she gets that, it's a tiny chance, but I can see it's a chance.
Yeah, who cares?
So here's another good question. So we are going from 20 to 10. Who are those 10 that we're losing?
I don't know.
I'll go first. I think we're losing Faith, Aliana, Dwayne, Olivia. I think we lose Kimmy. I think we lose Franklin. This is where it gets tough. I think we lose Nick, Louis, Lauren, Sanaya? I don't know. It's really hard to kind of pick that out, Eric.
Yeah.
I think we actually go from, I don't think we go top 20 to, is this confirmed top 20 to top 10?
I think so.
Oh, I would think we'd go top 20 to 13, and then 13 to 8 to 5 to.
I don't know what they're gonna do, but I think it's 20 to 10. It usually is. I hope it is.
All right.
I at least like 2 weeks where we get 2 performances each from the contestants. So if we're gonna rush it, at least give me more than 1 performance.
Anything else about the top 21 contestants, Eric? Any final thoughts, gripes, predictions about what Nick is going to sing next?
No predictions on that. What I will say is we've been a little bit negative for the past 20 minutes of this episode after we got for our favorites. But I will say, this year I have 4 people I genuinely like on my team, which is a lot more than I can say for the past couple of years. It's
I'm
very rare
excited.
that I have 4 people I actually like on my team.
That's the way to play it, Eric. That's the way to win the draft.
It's usually there aren't even 4 contestants to like at this point, period.
Who are the 4 again?
Well, for me, it's Lauren, Michaela, Joven, and I kind of like Just Sam.
All right. I like Julia and Nick and Johnny. But such a shame, but no Genevieve. She would have been my number 1 pick.
I know she would have, and she would have also been cut in the top 20 round.
Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be that way? All right. That's what we got, Eric. Anything else? Any final thoughts?
Nope.
All right. Well, then I want to say I'm Adam Samuel. Find me on Twitter at AdamSoapbox. Run the 2 websites, AdamSoapbox.com and AdamsTVblog.com. Funny story. It's been a year since I last posted on my website. I'm working on a new post.
Yeah.
It took a quarantine to get out of me. I have started it. It will not be ready for at least a couple weeks, but I am working on it, and there will be a new post. I might post on the 1-year anniversary of my last post.
Congratulations.
Where can we find you, Eric?
EricAscher.com, bit.ly/EricLavids, Eric_Ascher on Twitter.
What's LaVids?
Lewis Asher Vids.
Ah, gotcha. Well, so here we are, 2 teams of 7. If you are watching in the chat, let us know who has the better team and why it's me. And let us, who would be on your team? If you get 7 contestants to pick from this season, who is your 7? And why does it not include Faith, Aliana, Dwayne, Olivia, and Kimmy? Other than that, what's coming up here? What are we doing on Reality Hour into the next few weeks?
I think we're going to do a live episode next week with a Q&A type thing again. So stay tuned to our social media, and we'll let you know when that's going to be. And then we're just doing recaps.
Yep. And then once American Idol ends, those are the dark ages. Someone actually, I actually wanted to bring this up. In our last video, someone commented that we should do an American Idol 11 retrospective, which I thought was actually a good idea.
Season 11?
Yeah. To do, no? Why no?
Because I didn't really like Season 11 that much.
Season 11 was the best season of all time. Well, of the seasons I watched.
No.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just do it in one of the live episodes. Like after American Idol has ended, maybe I'll just do we'll do a live one. We'll talk about how Holly was robbed.
We could do is we could go for every single season and talk
I haven't
about
watched all the seasons. I only started with Lee's.
You have time to go back and watch, don't you?
I am right now watching. I just finished Unorthodox and Tiger King, and now for the first time I'm watching Death Note. And then after that, I don't even know what I'm watching.
I'll just send you the performances we have to watch, and we can talk about it.
All right. Well, we will find a way. We will. Reality Hour is a weekly podcast. We will find a way to be going live in one way or another, even if we are talking about ranking the judges on reality TV shows.
No, not that. Not that.
All right, guys. I want to say I'm Adam Samuel. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you've made it to this point in the podcast, leave us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. We appreciate you watching us during these times. It gives me something to do and talk about during this really, really annoying time situation we find ourselves in. Annoying isn't the right word. Just terrible, bad, all around bad. It's just a shitty situation all around. But Reality Hour is one fun thing for us to still do and kind of have in this difficult time. And that's what I got to say. Till next time, peace.